Morning, everyone. Yes, it's Sunday morning after 9 o'clock, and I'm just starting my day. Sundays is the one day that I don't set an alarm. So I get up and I get my day started. Normally it's with a run, but it's raining. So I'm gonna do my T25 cardio later. But I realized I had thoughts yesterday. See, hubby's back there doing a little work. So I had a thought of the day yesterday, and I realized when I woke up, I never went on and talked to you guys about it. So I figured I would talk to you guys while I was making my shake. So, Power Greens like always. Hi, Tara. Good morning. Hey, Laura. So my thought of the day is from something that, I kind of always known, but something that kind of was solidified yesterday for me. And it's about relationships. Whether they're friendships, whether they're love relationships, whether they're, yeah, two thoughts today. Maybe I will come to you live later with another thought today. My focused energy. I've been doing more scoop than normal. Normally I used to do half a scoop. So whether they are, like I said, whether it's like a love relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it is family relationships, you can't force someone to have a relationship with you even if you want a relationship with them. And this was solidified for me yesterday. No matter how much you love that person, no matter how much you're willing to forgive things that person has done, so a relationship can continue or be rebuilt or stay status quo or whatnot. It can't be forced. It can't, everybody has to want it. Because who wants a fake relationship, right? You want a real relationship with whomever you want that relationship with. You don't want it to be, completely fake and one-sided. Because relationships are a two-way street. They're not, morning, Mom. You can say good morning to everybody. This is Ryan in the morning. His eyes aren't even open yet. So, relationships are a two-way street. So you don't want just you or even vice versa. You don't want that relationship where you feel like you're being fake in the relationship or you're just kind of going with the flow, but it's not really somebody you want the relationship with. And then it's one-sided on their part. It's a two-way street. Both people in any relationship. Nana said morning, you're still a cutie.
Good morning, Nana.
Both people in the relationship have to give 100%. It's not 50-50, it's not 60-40, it's not 70-30, it's 100-100. Each person in a relationship on each side of the road has to give that 100%. It's not 50-50. That's the first one I said. Yes, I know you're sleepy, so you're not listening 100%. Before you get dressed to go, can you do me a favor? I forgot a cup. Can you get me a cup? Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you the goodness that I'm blending up real quick. I put berries in here. And that quickly, breakfast is served for me. Got my cup, got my yummies. So today I made blueberry. So I took frozen blueberries with a scoop of Vanilla Shakeology, a scoop of my Focus Energy, a scoop of my Power Greens, and a scoop of my Digest Boost. Those are the 3 different boosts that Beachbody has that you could add to your shake or, you can just drink by itself. The Focus Energy, a lot of people drink on its own. And I love these containers. Anyone that's drinking Shakeology, you need to get one of these containers. They're stackable, makes it easier. There's no digging in a bag, so it makes it a lot easier. So let me take you over to my dining room table and we can finish chatting. Yes. Yay, and look at his new necklace. I got him a mother-son necklace, so it's pretty cool. So come over here and you guys can join me for breakfast and we can keep chatting. because it takes Kayla a little bit to wake up anyways. We're gonna go to Off the Wall this morning, and then we're gonna do our groceries, and then come home and meal prep and decorate the house for Halloween and fall and everything. So we have a very busy day today. But anyway, so what I was talking about with relationships. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Rima. So what I was talking about is, you know, you can't, and it's a very sad feeling when, even when it could be a friend or family or whatnot, you know, or a really close friend that might be family, or, you know, a sibling, that, you know, you want that relationship with that person. And even though you've been hurt, or even though, you know, things might not have gone so well in the past, it's still something that you're striving for because it's something that you've always had, and the other party just doesn't want it. It's really hard, but you have to have your eyes open to what is being said, and you have to like take in what's being said for what it is, not reading into it. And if that person doesn't want a relationship with you, then oh well. You need to be okay with just being you. Eventually that person will realize what they had, and that person will realize Tara is saying hi to you, honey.
Hi, Tara.
He's saying hi back. He's brushing his teeth now as he's sitting at the dining room table. Did anybody else kids do that? They don't brush their teeth in the bathroom. They walk around the house. So
I get bored easily.
No matter what, I don't understand what you said because
we get bored easily.
You get bored easily, so you have to do something else. How about you just put your phone down and brush your teeth because you need your hands for your teeth, and then you'll be done faster, and then you can get back on your phone. Sounds pretty good, right? So.
Bring Papa though.
Or you're playing Papa on the game. So you really need to, I don't know, my eyebrow looks funny. It's like poking up. Like I said before, relationships should never be a one-way street. The only time that they're a little bit of a one-way street if one person in the relationship is going through something and the other person has to kind of pick up the slack to help them, and the other person has to give like 110% to meet the person that might be going through something. And that's okay, because that's where you know you're in the right relationship with the right person, whether it's a friendship or a spouse or a sibling or a parent or whatnot, when they will meet you a little bit more when you need a little more. That is so cold because I put ice and frozen blueberries. Woo! But it was delicious. So for me, what I learned, or what I should say, I've always kind of known, but it was kind of solidified, that these rules even go for family. So, you know, I just always thought with family it was unconditional love, that no matter what, you'd find a way to work it out, you'd find a way to work through things. And that's not the case sometimes. I guess not everyone's family, but that's not the case sometimes, and depending on the people that you're dealing with. So even family, it's like not all relationships are completely set in stone. Not all relationships are unconditional. And that is sad. That's very sad, especially if you have that feeling in those relationships that it's an unconditional love, that you can forgive, never forget, but you can forgive and try to move on. You know, but how do I word this? I don't really know how to word what I'm trying to say. But, you know, it's a very, very sad thing. But you can't dwell on it, and you can't let it overtake you, and you just can't be down in the dumps and completely sad because of it. You just have to accept it, and just, it is what it is. You cannot force anyone to love you. You can't force anyone to want to be in a relationship with you. You can't force anyone to do anything. All you can do is be you, be who you are, in hopes that they love you for that. And if they don't, and you have no idea why, you'll never know. You'll never know why, and you have to be okay not knowing that. So that was just something that kind of was solidified for me yesterday, that I wanted to talk to you guys about yesterday, and the day just got past me, and next thing I knew, I was putting my head down or falling asleep watching TV last night, and I never talked to you guys about it. So I'm reading some of the things. Tara says, I know what you're saying if you can't put it into words. Yeah, it's hard to put into words. It's like in relationships, you don't have to dredge up the past, but you have to talk about things to make the relationship work. I hope that makes sense. Like if someone does something wrong, they should know it. So then that way, if they love you enough or if they want the relationship enough with you, that person is willing to not do those things again to hurt you again. Does that make any sense? So like say I did something to hurt Tara. Okay, we'll put it in that perspective. Maybe I didn't mean to and I had no idea what I did hurt her. I would want to know what I did because I love her. And I don't ever want to do that again. And I don't ever want to make her feel that way again. Hey, Shonda, good morning. Happy Sunday. So, or vice versa. Like, you know, say Alex does something to hurt me. I'm going to talk to him about it and tell him what he did that hurt me because I know he loves me enough that he doesn't want me to feel that way again from him. He really doesn't want me to feel that way from anyone. So, you know, exactly. You have to deal with it, not dwell on it. Just deal with it, know what happened, and move on. And that's how relationships are going to work. Communication is the biggest thing in any relationship. Just heard a really weird noise. So, hi, Gloria. How are you? So communication is key. And like we were just saying, I was reading Tara's comment. You deal with it and you move on. You don't sit there and dwell on it. You don't talk about it for days. You don't talk about it for weeks. You just say, hey, what happened? This is what happened. Okay, now I know, and we can move forward. But dwelling on it and just keep bringing it up and keep bringing it up and keep bringing it up after you know what happened, that's where it gets a little, that's where it gets a little too much. That's too much for everybody involved. Too much stress on yourself, too much stress on relationship. So you understand, you learn, and you go. And if you feel it's something you can't move on with, well then that's what you do. Good morning, Mike, how are you? So that's just something that, you know, I was really thinking a lot about yesterday, and you know, I've always thought about that with relationships. They're two-way street, and it's 100 and 100 for the percentage. It's never 50-50. And a lot of people, if you ask them, what's the percentage of a relationship that people need to give to the relationship? And they always say 50-50 because you think it has to equal 100%. And each person needs to give their 100%. Each person needs to give their all to the relationship to make the relationship work. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about that this morning. I know I usually try to get on like during lunchtime during the week because that's when you guys can get on with me and chat because you're on your lunch break at work and stuff. But I figured I would start my morning today chatting with you guys while I had my breakfast because I missed chatting with you yesterday. So that's just something I wanted to talk about. A lot of times when I come live to you guys and talk about things, sometimes there are things that I'm thinking of just randomly. Sometimes there are things that I'm thinking of because it's something that's happened in my life, so it's making me reflect and think about that particular topic. Sometimes it's something I read in my personal development, so it has me reflecting on that. But it usually is coming from a place that it's either something that has happened to me in the past or has happened to me recently, and I'm reflecting. So, but that's my spiel on relationships. So if you're trying to build a relationship or rebuild a relationship or continue building a relationship with somebody, you need to keep in mind that each person needs to give that 100%. That's really, really important. Good morning, Anna. How are you? Each person needs to fully give their all. So even if you want to give 110% because you feel 100% isn't enough for that person that you're trying to build that relationship with, then that's what you totally need to give. It's really, really important. And like I said before, communication. You know, sweeping things under a rug and just moving forward doesn't work because those things that are under the rug eventually come back out and you're going to have to deal with them at some point. So, you know, why not just deal with it and then keep going? So that's just my thought today. Nothing crazy, just relationships. So make today very, very special. And the person you are in a relationship with, your spouse or one of your friends or your parents, your sibling, somebody that means the world to you, make that relationship extra special today and add that little extra percentage to them so they can feel and know how special and important the relationship that you have with them is. You know, and if you're married or if you're in a relationship with a significant other, there's a book that I'm actually want to start like listening to or reading with Alex. It's really awesome. I kind of like glanced through the beginning of the book by myself, but it's kind of silly to read it by yourself. But it's called Love Language. And when you learn the love language, good morning, Stacy. When you learn the love language of the person that you're with and they learn your love language, it's so much easier for them to help you feel loved by them, because everybody feels love by a different way. Some people feel love by actions being done. Some people feel love by words that are said to them, like, you know, you're doing amazing, or thank you so much for this, or whatever. Some people feel loved by, you know, that's it, the 5 love languages. Yes, the 5 love languages. So there's 5 different ways for people to feel love from someone else, and not everybody has the same love language. So, you know, like I could be trying to show Alex I love him in the way that I like to get love and be known that I'm loved, and that might do nothing for him because that's not his love language. So it's a really great thing to read that book with the person that you're in a relationship with, so then that way you guys know how to show each other love, because obviously us as individuals, we're trying to show love the way that we want to receive love, and that might not do anything for our spouse or a significant other. So it's a really, really great book. I don't know if it's on audiobook, but I'm going to look into it because audiobook work really well for Alex and I, like when we're in the car or if we're just hanging out or if we're on, you know, on the bike or whatever, we can listen to that book together. It's a really great book to listen to together. So I just wanted to throw that out there, seeing that we're talking about relationships, that's a really, really great book for relationships. So then that way you can know how your significant other likes to receive love. It could be words of affirmation. It could be spending time, quality time can be that person's love language. So if you know that that's their love language, then you're going to put that extra percentage of effort into making quality time for that specific person. So that's just my thoughts on relationships, but you know, they are work. They don't come easy, and you need to make sure that you love the person enough that you're willing to put that work and that effort in. I have no problem putting work and effort into my relationship with my parents and Alex's parents and Alex and the children, because I love them all unconditionally, and my relationship with them is the most important. So I want to put that extra effort in. You know, are there days that I fail at giving my 100%? Probably. But the next day I make sure that I don't fail at that. I mean, like we say all the time, you need to look for that failure sometimes, because that's where you learn and that's where you become successful in whatever you're trying to do. So, all right guys, we'll go out there. Of course, and you, Tara. That goes without saying. But go out there and have a wonderful Sunday. Have a Sunday fun day. Make it a wonderful family day, or, you know, even if your family is just you and your spouse for today, make it something special. Get out of the house. Go do something. Have that time together and just feel important. Disconnect. Put your phone aside. We did that last night at dinner. I put my phone on the opposite side of the table so I wouldn't be, I took pictures of my food, of course, because I always have to take pictures of my food because it always looks so good. And then I put my phone away to give Alex that time, because I know he likes that quality disconnect, full attention time. So you have to make sure you do that for somebody. If you love them enough, you want them to know that. So go out there, make today amazing. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Thank you, Mike. That's very nice of you. I try to stay as positive as possible. Life is not as positive as I would like it to be, but we have to make it that way. Good morning, Kayla. So go out there, have a wonderful day. Let your loved ones know how much you love them. Do things for them so they know how much you love them. And just go out there and have some quality time with your family today. Sundays should be family day. That should be the day that you guys do something fun or just do something together for the day. Oh, look, and now here he is when he's all done and ready to go. So now he's ready for his day. All right, guys, we are going to go have some fun family time together once Kayla gets up. And, you want to say bye to everybody?
Bye.
I think he's still asleep. Go make your bed and get your room all ready so we can leave once Kayla's done. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Happy Sunday.